sounds like me.
Check 1, 2. Check, check, check 1, 2.
Yeah, we got married in fever. Let me go see what our countdown is out front.
Thank you.
Just the way you are wanted here. So open up your heart
And lay all your fears and all your doubts aside, and let go of all the hurt you hold inside. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and receive the love of all who've gathered round. For you are worthy of this gift of love right now. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Well, who'd have known that who you are is enough? And who'd have known that you could be so loved? Well, we knew, and now you know. Yes, we knew, and now you know that you are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. For you are welcome here, you are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, your heart. Let's open up our hearts. Let's open up our hearts. Good morning, Unity. It's a very awesome Sunday morning. I think fall is my favorite time of year. I really do. I mean, I like them all, but some about the fall, the crisp, fresh air and the leaves turning. And, yeah. One of your 4 favorite seasons. Very good, very good. If you'd like to stand up for this, please feel free to do that. We're going to sing Where is the person with the words? I don't know. A light. We're going to do a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. And you shine. And you shine. And you shine so bright. And you shine. And you shine. And you shine so bright. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. And we shine. And we shine. And we shine so bright. And we shine. And we shine. And we shine so bright. And we shine. And we shine. And we shine so bright. And we shine. And we shine. And we shine so bright. We shine. We shine. We shine. All right. Good singing. Good singing this morning, everybody. We got thank you for this day coming at you. Who here is grateful for the day? Yeah, amen. You bet. You bet. There's so much to be grateful for. Oh, yeah. Feel the beat. Uh-huh. It's like a heart pumping. Thanks. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this home, Spirit. Thank you for this home. Thank you for this home, Spirit. Thank you for this home. This spiritual, this spiritual, this spiritual home. Doug! Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. It's wonderful, my wonderful life. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful life. We got Bob on guitar. For my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. My radiant health. my radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day.
Thank you for that wonderful healing music this morning. Hello, everyone. My name is Bob Elwood. I'm part of the spiritual leadership team here at Calgary, Unity of Calgary, and I will be your guide today through this wonderful adventure. I want to welcome any new members, any new people that have come to visit us today. Welcome, Barb. It's very nice to meet you in person finally. And welcome to, what's your name? Carolyn? Welcome, Carolyn. Just know that wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are always welcome here at Unity of Calgary. Let us begin with an affirmative prayer. Affirmative prayer is one of the foundations of the Unity teachings. It's not about asking for things, it's about declaring the truth of who we really are. So allow yourself to settle down, plant your feet on the ground, and become present to this present moment. Become present to your own body. Pay attention to your breath as it moves in and out of your body. Allow it to slow down. And know that with each breath, you breathe in life. This life is given to you freely, unconditionally. At Unity, we believe that there is only one source, one life, one presence, one power, one love throughout the universe. And that we are all part of that oneness. The love and the light that is everywhere present is also present within you. And you can know the truth of this the moment you pay attention to your breath and see that life is there, offered freely in each and every moment. So give thanks to your life. Give thanks to the love that was in and is in you and expressing through you in each and every moment. Know that the universe is on your side. And there is no separation between you and the other. Take a moment to feel that connection now, here in this room. In this moment, we are all part of a larger community called Unity. And it is our presence here that makes Unity be what it is. Without the people in this room, there would be no Unity. So know that simply by being here, you are creating community. You belong. You are not alone. Allow your heart to feel love and allow that love to expand, to fill the whole room. See how much love you can express through your own heart and allow it to flow out into the room. And then take a moment to see if you can feel the love coming from the other people. It is always present. We are always blessed. And we never need be alone. Knowing this, I declare it so, and I ask that you declare it so too. And so it is. We have a statement of being that we say each week that we're here. The reason we come and sit in community. So please affirm out loud with me. We are here as love to celebrate the one power, the one presence in our lives, in this community, and in the universe. And also, each week, we read our daily word. It's a publication put out by Unity that's almost 100 years old. And our daily word reader today is a longtime member of Unity. And she has volunteered to read our daily word. Let's please welcome Lisa Belfour to read our daily word today.
Okay. Let go, let God. Divine love, wisdom, and understanding expresses through me. If I feel unsure of the next step in a situation, I let go and let God. I don't walk away from difficulty or try and force resolutions. Instead, I release my tight mental grip on problems and open myself to solutions. I let go of my ego's desire for control and my need to bring about specific outcomes. I believe there is a solution. There are solutions and remedies beyond what my mind can conceive. I yield to possibility. I trust the indwelling divine presence just as I would trust a mentor. Letting go and letting God means creating space for the dynamic, creative energy of spirit to inspire and to surprise me. Divine love, wisdom, and understanding fuel my thoughts, express through my words, and guide me in all ways. Teach me your way, O Lord, that I may walk in your truth, and give me divined heart to revere your name. And that's from Psalms 86:11.
Thank you, Lisa. Lisa is one of the people in our community that helps create the community by being here every week. She's a strong supporter of Unity, and her presence is, like all of yours, is what creates this community. So thank you, Lisa. There is a vision at Unity, a worldwide vision that I believe in deeply. And I believe that's where we're going. And I would encourage all of you to affirm with me out loud the Unity Worldwide Vision, which we have incorporated here at Unity of Calgary. We envision a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And how we do that here at Unity of Calgary is through our mission statement. Please affirm with me out loud. We are a welcoming, vibrant, spiritual community that inspires hearts and transforms lives by expressing our divine essence. So if that is what you desire, then know that you are in the right place. And now, coming announcements. Next week, we've had a bit of a scramble the past couple of weeks because of the new COVID restrictions. We were going to have our grand reopening next Sunday. And as a result, we got an emergency board meeting and decided, no, we're not going to have it because we want it to be open and we want everybody to come. And so we've decided to postpone that grand reopening until the restrictions are dropped. So hold the light. See that actually happens. And if we all hold the light, we just may be able to manifest it. So as a result, we had to, what are we going to do? And Susan Cullen had this brilliant idea. Why don't we get Jessica Arnott in with the singing bowls? She has a set of crystal bowls, and she's going to come in next Sunday and raise our vibration with our crystal bowls. She explained to me some of the science behind it, and I found it fascinating. So I asked her if she would be kind enough to share some of that science with us next week. And she said, yes, I'd be happy to with the introduction. So we'll have some beautiful singing bowls, a meditation. I'm very much looking forward to it. September 26th, which is today at 2:30, we're having a movie matinee, our second. We're having a spiritual cinema once a month, the last Sunday of the month, except in October because the last Sunday is the 31st, which is Halloween. So we're going to have it on the 24th instead. So this afternoon at 2:30, we're going to show the Celestine Prophecy. We've shown this movie before, and I think it's very apropos for what's going on in the world right now. And so I'm actually excited about watching it again. And afterwards, we're going to sit in a big circle and have a group discussion about the movie and how it's impacted us and what it means. So please come at 2:30 this afternoon. There's a love offering of $10, a suggested love offering, but if you can't afford it, that's all right as well. Coffee chats in the park. It's continuing. We were going to disband. Shona said there wasn't a lot of people coming, and we were thinking of maybe disbanding it for the winter. And then she said, last week there was 8 people, so we're going to keep it going. And she asked them what they thought, and they all agreed that let's keep it going until it gets too cold. So that's where we're at. Just a heads up that the normal directions are you just head south on Crowchild, and it leads you right into North Glenmore Park, and the road curls around to the right, and it's the first parking lot on the right. And they're doing construction there right now, so you can't have access to that. So what you have to do is go down to 37th Street and go in the entrance on 37th Street and then drive all the way down the South Road to the last parking lot on the left, and you will come to the same place. October 17th, our first book study in our new home. And the book is The Law of Divine Compensation by Marianne Williamson. And how that works is for 4 months, we're going to gather once a month. And October 17th will be our first gathering. And we're going to read the first 2 chapters, chapters 1 and 2 of the Law of Divine Compensation. And then we're going to have a discussion on it. What are the insights we're gaining? And we're all going to share our own divine essence and how that is experienced through us and how we perceive what is being shared in that book. So if you don't have the book and you'd like to be part of the circle, then please order it quickly. You can get it on Amazon or Indigo or Chapters. And we look forward to seeing you on the 17th. And it will be right after the gathering, so around 1 o'clock, probably 1. Oh, actually, this is the potluck. We're having our potluck on the 17th as well. So that'll be after the potluck. So it'll probably be a bit later, 1:30 maybe. We're putting together our divine essence groups once again. For those of you who aren't familiar, Lynn McTaggart wrote a book called The Power of 8 about group intention and how powerful it is. And she started inviting people to gather in groups of 8. And it's just a generic number. Her and her husband got together one morning and she was talking about this. She was doing these huge experiments with tens of thousands of people to see, what group intention is, and she discovered that there is a lot of power in it. She asked, I wonder how small a group we need to have. And she was discussing it over coffee with her husband, 8, 10, 12, and the husband goes, ooh, power of 8. And Lynn goes, oh, I like that. And that's how the power of 8 came to be. So they've had these groups now for years that are meeting and having profound experiences, healing experiences, financial shifts. There's consciousness waking up. We've been part of one here. I've been part of one for 2 years now here at Unity, and it is powerful to see the transitions and the transformations that are happening in our group of 8. I love it. And so we thought this would be really good for the community, to help build the community and to help create support networks, because that's a big part of what it is for me, is this support network where every week I can just share what my week has been like, my struggles, my successes, my victories. And with everyone sharing, there's so much wisdom. Everyone truly is a divine expression of the light, and they are brilliant. And just by sharing their own life stories, it makes a difference. It changes me. And so I'm so grateful, and I feel so much more connected to all of them. So I will want to see that for all of you. If you're interested, you can contact me. My contact information is in the newsletter. We're going to be starting up. There's about 15 of us right now for the new groups that are going to be started. So we'll probably have 2 groups starting. We haven't got the times yet. It looks like a Thursday evening will be one, and perhaps a Thursday afternoon. But I haven't got back all the responses yet as far as what times work for everyone. And we're hoping to start in early October. So I highly recommend them. And of course, the Unity Canada Conference, 23rd to 25th is, I believe, is that? Oh, it's up there? Okay, great. 22nd to 24th. And there is still an early board. It's virtual, so it goes for the whole weekend, Friday night and Saturday and Sunday. And the cost is $80 if you book it before the 30th, and then the price goes up. And then there is where to find us. The website, of course, YouTube, Instagram, many other. And of course, the best way that I found is the newsletter. It tells you everything you need to know about what's happening and what's coming. And if you're not on the newsletter, please, at the welcome table on your way out, you can sign up. You could talk to Stefan. Stefan, you want to raise your hand? He's right at the back there. Well, that's okay. You can write it down in your book and then add it in later. Or that's true. You can just go on the website and sign up for it. All right. Thanks, Stefan. And thank you for being of such wonderful service here at Unity. You too make a difference and help create this community. What's that? Yes, that's absolutely true. Just show up. If you really want to know what's happening, show up. Now, normally the band at this time has a solo that they sing, but we are blessed with our guest speaker for the day. It happens to be an amazing musician as well, and he is going to be performing a solo. Let us please welcome True Guy Starhorse.
Good morning. Lovely to see almost all your faces. But your energy is beautiful to see and feel. Well, yeah, I think I will start with that. So I'm kind of excited to share a couple of new songs today. The second one, which I will share later, is I was up until 1:30 in the morning writing it. So this song is called Field of Light, and it is a song that I wrote inspired by one of Rumi's poems. Out beyond the struggle between my wrong and your right, and out beyond the tangle of this long dark night, there is a field of forgiveness, and there is a field of light. I will meet you there, and out beyond the doorway lies your new life. It's shimmering and beckoning. It's time for you to fly. Well, just surrender. I love you, I'll let you go, and may fair winds greet you wherever you go. Well, just remember to surrender. If I could take every tear that I ever made you cry, I'd turn them all into stardust as all our knots untie. Out beyond the struggle between your wrong and my right, out beyond this tangle of a constant fight, there is a field of forgiveness, and there is a field of love and light. I will meet you there. I will meet you there in that field of light. Just remember to surrender to that field of light.
I'm back. What a beautiful song. Does he not have a comforting, resonating voice that it just drops me right into being here now? Thank you, true. Beautiful. His own creation, that song. Oh, there we go. And now he's going to be our guest speaker today. Trust, floating like a butterfly. He told me that originally he thought, you know, that Muhammad Ali quite, float like a butterfly. He thought, I think I'll name it float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And then he thought, well, maybe that's not quite appropriate. So he changed it to floating like a butterfly. The unexpected becomes what is most transformational. Learning to float like a butterfly is to be able to adjust at any given moment and to have faith in navigating the chaos. I'm very much looking forward to hearing True speak today. He's been here before, and he has so much wisdom to share. And I'm grateful that he's here to share it again today. Let's please welcome True Guy Starhorse. Woo, woo.
I come to this earth in a state of innocence, which soon becomes mesmerized and consumed by the onslaught of conventional knowledge and worldly affairs, which then causes me to search for that which returns me to my innocence and joy once again. So, what an interesting topic. The idea of order in chaos, and how do I connect to that order? One of the things that's really interesting is that we were born in innocence, and in that place of innocence, that is perfect order. Everything is taken care of. There's nothing that you have to be, that's demanded of you. And then something happens, is that we decide that we want to pick from the tree of knowledge. And when I pick from the tree of knowledge, what happens is that I begin to remove myself from divine order. And I step into the meaning of things, the relationship of things. And, you know, when I dwell in innocence, I'm kind of like living in the calm in the center of a hurricane. And we can definitely find that peaceful, calm, still place in the hurricane of life that's happening all around us right now. But when the meaning of things begins to emerge, the relationship between things are seen for the first time. And so meaning actually takes us into a journey of questions asked and answers sought. And of course, there is a restlessness that comes over the spirit in this quest. And the enormity of error as we pursue knowledge moves over the horizon like a vast shadow. Because ideas only ever approximate the truth. It's like the Zen master pointing at the moon. And he says, don't mistake my finger for the moon. So as a result, struggle emerges as the way of life. Knowledge makes us struggle. It introduces struggle into existence. And an appetite is awakened that can never actually be satisfied. And this is it's like when we think, and we think too much, and we keep on trying to satisfy something in our thinking, but it's never ever satisfied. So to pursue truth through the mind can only come from the exhaustion of knowledge. And that's where knowledge ends up serving us, is that we can pursue it to the point at which we realize it's not giving me the answer that I'm seeking, and I will come back to a still place and begin to remember myself. So a person becomes conscious of themselves with knowledge. The urge to know, to understand, and to find answers, it all turns inward. And every estimate of others becomes an estimate of self-value. Every judgment upon life becomes self-judgment. And the question of meaning of oneself becomes one with the meaning of life itself. The process of moving from innocence to knowledge is actually never really satisfied, which is why we find ourselves returning to innocence. And the thing about innocence is that it's not something we typically would associate innocence with ignorance, but it can have that association, but actually innocence has another beautiful aspect to it, which is openness. In a state of innocence, I am receptive and open and hold no history of judgment or label. And if I can return to that inner place of innocence within myself and within the spiritual expression of who I really am, then I begin to find that knowledge is serving something far greater than just the definitions that we hold on to. And the other thing is that there's always some place where innocence is untouched by knowledge. And of course, when I do go into my heart center and I breathe into a stillness in order to bring in full presence, it is in those kinds of moments that I begin to experience the power of how the light of truth starts to open my heart. And the other thing is that pride is in knowledge. Pride in knowledge is always tempered by the dominion of innocence. Innocence brings us right back down. And when our pride of knowing dissolves into a receptive heart. If Christ is the Logos, the blueprint of all creation, then God has always had our growth in mind. So as we step into knowledge, we start to do something that sets up our lives to go on quite the dance. And what it is, I'm going to refer to an Indian term, East Indian term called Samskara. And Samskara is a way in which we store events that we experience. And as a result, those events end up blocking our hearts. The actual definition of Samskara is that Sam means plan, and Skara means the action undertaken. So what I'm doing when I'm creating such a plan and taking action, I am creating a subtle impression of any action I've ever taken. And that impression is then deposited in my mind field. Repetition of the action makes the impression stronger. And when habits become ingrained, they alter our body chemistry. And what would we typically call that condition when we are repeating an action that alters our chemistry? There we are. It's an addiction. So we become actually addicted to the impressions that we've created about ourselves. And the interesting thing is that many times we aren't really questioning it. We take it to be absolute truth in who we actually are. And samskaras, through this repetition of action with a plan, with an impression that gets burned into my consciousness, into my mind field, well, then samskaras become what they call vasanas. And vasanas are, you could say, a coloring agent. And so based on my own inner impressions that I have solidified in certain ways and repeat, those impressions that I have within me, within my mind, begin to color how I perceive you and how I perceive the world around me. And then I begin to judge you based on these patterns of impressions that I've been creating in my own life, still taking them as if they are absolutely true. So subtle impressions of past deeds will have the force of destiny. I'm sure many times we've all asked the question, what is destiny? You know, do I control my destiny? Well, in actual fact, while I'm asleep, I do not control my destiny. My destiny is determined by these impressions. And there's many of them that keep revolving around each other. So our minds are a warehouse of positive and negative samskaras. Just as much as we can become attached to a negative experience and then repeat it, we can become equally attached to a positive experience that we don't want to let go of. So the two things that keeps our heart closed is resistance and clinginess. So when I cling to a positive experience and say, oh, I want that to come to me again. Or I had a good relationship that ended and I keep saying, well, I want to have that same kind of a relationship. So I cling to something that I think is going to bring what I'm really seeking. But only when I enter a state of surrender. And what am I surrendering to? I'm surrendering to who I am. And the question becomes, who am I? And the power to the answer to that question is in simply asking the question. And over time, you will begin to hear something else that's speaking to you about who you are. In essence, this is a nice little. It's up to us to exercise the willpower and the determination to either dissolve the impressions that are repeating that are not serving me, or to maintain greater commitment to those things that are truly positive and affirming and expanding my life, opening my heart. But all the events that are stored from our samskaras, You could say that they're all stored in a little tiny bubble inside of our hearts. And until I open that bubble, life is meant to be lived completely and fully. And that means everything. Everything is serving my expansion as a human being, my capacity to be an emissary of light in the world. So all negative feelings must be felt. Not judged, not explained away, not compared to somebody else, not according to some hierarchical definition of what you should be doing. Because now we have the capacity to self-purify. And we do that by allowing everything to pour through us and to pour through our hearts and to not hold on or resist anything. Because if we resist it, we can do that. There's no judgment for doing that either. But if you do, just know that because life is flow, if I don't allow some of that stuff to flow, well, where's it going to go? It's just going to stay there and find another moment in which something triggers it to be felt again. And all it's asking when that trigger comes is allow me to flow. Allow me to flow through you. When you can feel the depth of your pain, you will also experience the heights of your love and your compassion. So the challenge is to be willing to experience the gift of life in its totality. And the highest state of any experience depends on how you are open in your heart. So what has this got to do with a butterfly? And I see somebody brought a picture of a butterfly. That's great. Did someone paint that from here? No? No? It's beautiful. Yeah, I came across this whole reflection about the butterfly. Trust. But just think about the butterfly for a moment. Before it was a butterfly, just think of when it was a caterpillar, right? And it's in its chrysalis. And before that, it was, basically its whole life was consumption. It was just eating all the time, stuffing itself, which was basically preparing itself for the transformation. So the question there is, what do I stuff myself with in order to experience transformation within myself? What kind of food do I need to take in? So the butterfly is in his chrysalis, and shock upon shocks, everything is dissolving. The body of the caterpillar is turning into liquid. Its whole definition of self is completely gone. Trust. In that situation, it is within the very energetic pulse of that caterpillar to absolutely trust its destiny. And it surrenders to it. And then it comes out, and there is a story about a man who saw a butterfly. I think I might have shared this one time before, but saw a butterfly or a caterpillar in its chrysalis, and it had been formed mostly into a butterfly, and was trying to. He could see that it was trying to get out of its chrysalis, and he thought, good-heartedly, oh, I'll help it to get out of its chrysalis, and so he tore open the chrysalis a little bit, and then, of course, the butterfly did come out. But when you looked at the butterfly, its wings were all drooped down, and it was never going to be able to fly. And so the lesson in that is that everything has its time. And you know when that time is ripe for you. In all of the many transformations that we will all go through in this life and many more. But when we are in touch with our own energetic flow, with our open heart, with our capacity to allow all that we experience to pour and go through us rather than be held within, then we truly are entering a flow that allows us to become beings in the form of self-purification. We get to purify ourselves by allowing everything to be what it is. Letting things go when they get stimulated lies within your power of choice. So we're always, what is choice? How do I bring this presence of attention to my own capacity to transform and to allow life to fully move through me? Well, I have to basically begin to start to say yes without needing to know where that yes is going to take me. Because there's a beautiful thing, which is that when you are in your flow, when you are expressing yourself as the truly sovereign and authentic being that you are, in actual fact, when you are in that kind of resonance and vibration with yourself, the truth of every next step in your life will be clearly shown to you. You almost do not have to decide. Because when you're listening to yourself on this deep level, you can feel the truth of what is speaking to you. And it will tell you what the next step is. But that happens when I'm in alignment with that flow. If I'm resisting and clinging, it will take me completely out of that capacity to be able to hear what the next step is. I experience this all the time in writing a book, and last night when I was writing that song, I just sit down and something speaks to me and gives me an image and gives me an impression and says, just put that down, just put those two words down, and then the rest will be shown to you. And that's exactly how many of my own creations manifest, is that I just step into the trust and life shows me exactly what's the best next step. The other thing about the butterfly, which I find absolutely fascinating, is have you ever noticed how a butterfly flies? Yeah, it's like, it's going all over the place, right? And say it wants to go to that chair. Well, it goes all way, and then eventually it might get to the chair, right? And when I was reflecting on that, it gave me that sense that the butterfly has to remain absolutely open and receptive, and will dart at the slightest impulse that says dart here and dart there. And it may look like complete chaos to anybody who's looking at the butterfly, especially if we're so stuck in our linear thinking, right? But life is a spiral, and life returns to itself over and over and over again to teach us what we have still yet to learn from that particular pattern. So, the last thing I want to say before I conclude on this is that how do I get to this place within myself where I can have that kind of presence of observation and awareness, where I'm not attached to what I'm observing and I'm letting it all flow through me, and listening to its teachings, to its lessons, to its comforting aspects. And there is a witness within us. So when I ask the question to myself and I say, who am I? And then I ask another question, I go, well, who's asking the question? And this is something to feel more than think. So who's asking the question? My witness is asking the question. And I get to witness my witness asking the question. That witness is who I am. And it stands outside of the turbulence of what I'm observing. And when I can step into that presence of mind, then truly the heart opens and life flows through me. So, 2 or 3 little takeaways for you. I was reading the unity principles. I was going, oh, I think I better throw in some of those, takeaways. So source, one takeaway is to begin to kind of reflect and feel into and experience how source is a field of innocence, trust, and divine flow. Source, divine source, is a field of innocence, trust, and divine flow. So surrender to it. Allow your thoughts and stored impressions to pass through you and feel it all. Affirm your willingness to become more aware. Because this is a daily, minute-to-minute investment in your state of mind, in your being state. It's not something we just think about and reflect a little bit on and then wait for the next moment when we might come across a book or somebody speaking. This is an investment in my capacity to become the master of my own life. And when I affirm my willingness every day to become more aware, more present to what I'm observing and who's observing, all kinds of things change. Next takeaway would be learning to let go of resistance and or clinging. You are who you've been waiting for. We've heard it said the other way, we are who we've been waiting for, but you are. I am who I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for me to finally wake up, to finally see, to finally feel from my heart, not from my mind. So allow yourself to experience every note that your heart can play. And I'm going to suggest 3 little practices in your life. And they're basically questions, little short questions that will generate a presence of mind. So one is, hello. When you're going through all kinds of whatever, kerfuffles and this and that and everything else, just stop for a moment and just go, hello. Hello in there. What's going on? Puts a stick in the spokes so that the momentum gets stopped for a moment and I'm in the presence of mind by asking that, by just simply greeting whoever this person is. I experienced it the other day. I was in the garage, and as I was stepping out, ready to turn the light off, and I was mumbling to myself, and then I asked the question. I said, who's talking? And then I just froze myself, stood there, and the shadow of my body was on the wall. And that shadow actually really made me stop and go, yeah, who is talking? Right? So it brought a real presence of mind in that moment. Another question to ask yourself every once in a while is that, Who is talking? Who's talking right now, right? Say you're getting really upset with somebody and you're letting it all out. If you can find a little space in there where you go, well, who's talking? And in that moment, you'll get some objectivity and an opportunity to loosen the grip of your attachment to what you're trying to say, what you're trying to express. And then the last question to ask all the time is, who am I? Who am I? And feel the answer. Don't think the answer. It's staying in that feeling place, because in the heart brain is far more powerful than my intellect, my head brain. My gosh, I think I'm almost going to be done on time. This is like... I'm going to sing another song, and then I'm just going to do a guided meditation after that. So this song I was writing, I finished writing at 1:30 in the morning last night, and felt very inspired to come and bring something fresh. And it's called True to You. Spirit and truth, love and light, these are the things that are true. True in the beginning, true through the ages, true in the here and now. I am one with everyone. I am self-illumined, and I accept just what is, held in sweet communion. Sweet spirit and truth, fearless and free, these are the things that speak to me. True from the beginning, true through the ages, true in this here and now. We are one with everyone. We are love's laughter, and we exist within one heart, now and forever after. Yes, I am one with everyone, and I am self-illumined, and I accept just what is, held in sweet communion. Yes, I accept just what is, held in sweet communion. Spirit and truth, love and light, these are the things that are true. Forever and always be true. Now I'm just going to take you through a little guided meditation. And I would encourage you to close your eyes and allow this beautiful, beautiful message to penetrate deep, deep into your soul. The healing of planet Earth. Children of light, the time of the great awakening is come. You who have chosen to lift your eyes from the darkness to the light are blessed to see the advent of a new day on the planet Earth. Because your heart has yearned to see real peace where war has reigned, to show mercy where cruelty has dominated, and to know love where fear has frozen hearts. You are privileged to usher real healing to your world. The planet Earth is blessing you. She is your friend and your mother. Always remember and honor your relationship with her. She is a living, loving, breathing being, like unto yourself. She feels the love that you give as you walk upon her soil with a happy heart. The Christ has chosen your hands to reach the lonely, your eyes to see innocence in the guilty, and your lips to utter words of comfort to the wounded. Let pain be no more. You have wandered in dark dreams for too long. Now you must step into the light and stand for what you know is true. The world has suffered not from evil, but from the fear of the acknowledgement of good. The world has suffered not from evil, but from the fear of the acknowledgement of good. That fear must be ended now, forever, and it is within your power to do so. No one can find yourself but you. All of your answers are within. You must now teach the lessons you have learned. Your understanding has been given not only for yourself, but to guide a sore and tired world to a place of rest in a new consciousness. Here before you is your vision come true. Here is your answer given you, a song to soothe a weary soul and make it new again. Here is the bridge that joins you to brothers and sisters. Here is yourself. Look gently upon yourself and allow yourself to be filled by the light you have been seeking. True love comes from your higher self, and with such a power, your every thought is a blessing to the entire universe. All areas of your life will be healed. You will shine with a golden splendor that speaks of the one who created you in wisdom and glory. The past will dissolve like a dark dream, and your joy will be so brilliant that you will have no recollection of the night. So go forth then, and be a messenger of hope. Point the way to healing by walking in gratefulness. Your brothers and sisters will follow, and as you pass beyond the portal of limitation, you will be united and reunited with all who seem to be lost. There is no loss in God. Choose the path of forgiveness, and you will weep tears of joy for the goodness you find in all. Go forth and live the life of the radiant soul that you are. Glorify God in your every deed. You are important, you are needed, and you are worthy. Never allow the dark cloak of fear to hide the light from your view. You were not born to fail. You are destined to succeed. The hope of the world has been planted in your breast, and you are assured of success as you stand for the one who sent you. This, then, is the healing of the planet Earth. All of your doubts and fears can be set aside as you know that the healing will come through the love in your heart. All blessings are with you. Go in peace. All is well. Be blessed. Thank you. I did go over.
Oh, wasn't that lovely? Beautiful music, beautiful words. Innocence and forgiveness. Wow. When he was talking, it brought to mind a quote that I heard from Louise Hay, and she says, the greatest challenge we are facing in the world is not famine. It's not global warming. It's not racism. It's lack of self-love. And then I thought about myself and how I got to my own self-love, to be able to love myself, because I had a lot of samskaras, a lot of negative samskaras of judgment about myself because of the choices I had made, the things I did that I wish I hadn't, and the things I didn't do that I wish I had. And I realized that on my journey, I wasn't able to get to that self-love until I was able to forgive myself. And then it dawned on me that it took me years to come to that place, and I was not able to forgive myself until I learned to reclaim my innocence. And it was reclaiming my innocence that allowed me to forgive myself and be able to love myself. And those sanskaras that he talked about, how I reclaimed that innocence, was through all the study that I learned and how the brain works and how these sanskaras, almost all of them, 95% of them, are imprinted in our bodies before the age of 7. I call them subconscious beliefs. That's what Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton call them. These subconscious beliefs are almost all downloaded before the age of 7. And our rational thinking brain doesn't wake up until the age 12. We don't become fully conscious until the age of 12, which means that all those programs were downloaded without me even knowing what was right and what was wrong, without me being able to make a clear decision about any of it. And I thought, oh, it wasn't me. It's not my fault. Yes! All right. These are all my parents' programs and my sisters and brothers and teachers and everybody else, society. They put all those programs in me. It wasn't me. And it's really easy to know because all I have to do is think back to those things and say, well, if you could do it now, would you still make that choice? And no. I would do the things that I knew needed to be done. I would not have done the things I knew I shouldn't have done. Because I know now. So I was able to reclaim my innocence, thus forgiving myself and being able to love myself. And all those struggles through it all was me stretching my wings, trying to break out of that cocoon. And that is what you are all doing as well. And I think that's why you're here, because you know you've got butterfly wings. You know there's more to you that you want to express. And you're here to discover and to stretch those wings and break through that cocoon. Am I right? Yes. Exciting times ahead. So now let's just take a moment, for it is time for conscious giving. I want you to think about all the things you've received in your life. And I want you to think about all the things you give. your time, your talents, your treasures. We've received so much, and we offer so much in return. And it is this giving and the receiving that allows this community to prosper. Showing up, volunteering, giving your time, your talent, your treasure in expression, receiving the gifts of others and acknowledging them. This is how we build community. This is how we come together. This is how we open our hearts. So I want you to give thanks to yourself for all that you give, and know that what you do give makes a difference. It makes a difference to the community, and it also makes a difference to you, because it's that giving and that open receiving that brings us together. So now I'd like you all to stand up, and we're going to sing our offering song together, and we'll bring the receiving hearts up to the front. And Cecil is not here to give a blessing today, so I will be giving the blessing after our wonderful offering song. Vivian, take it
we're
away.
gonna sing Give with an Open Heart, and we're grateful and thankful for the people at home watching, Wayne, Lorraine, Brenda Briggs, Carrie, Gavin. Anybody watch Romper Room? When they were growing up, I feel like that, kind of like that. Romper, Stomper, Domper, do. Yeah. Brenda Briggs, Carrie, Gavin, Shona, Adele, Kimberly Dyer, Heather Drieger, and Drieger, thank you. And Sarah Beth Kelly, we're grateful for you and thankful. Oh, I'm gonna give with an open heart. Yeah, I'm gonna give with an open heart. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for my life. And I trust that a higher power will always be there to provide. That's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. Oh, I'm gonna give with an open heart. Yeah, I'm gonna give with an open heart.
So please affirm with me our abundance affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Just know that your contributions do make a difference. And this community would not be what it is without your contributions. So thank you so much. And thank you, all of you out there in Zoom land. I am so sorry. I totally forgot to say hello this morning. Please forgive me. It was so wonderful to hear all your beautiful names. And when some of you pop in every once in a while, I know Shona was here a few weeks ago, Wanda's here this morning, and it just warms my heart because so many of you were such a big part of our community for so long. So just know that whenever you want to pop down, please do, and that you will open people's hearts when you do. So thank you all. Now let's take a quiet moment to see if anyone comes to mind that you would like to share a prayer with. Oh! Thank you. Thank you, Danelle. I skipped ahead. We have our blessing for the children. Please affirm there for all of the children out there in the world and your own innocent innocent inner child, let's please affirm out loud. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. Yoo-hoo! Thank you, Danelle. All right, now let's take a quiet moment to give thanks and prayer to anyone that you think could use some prayer right now, some love and support. Let us just imagine we have our prayer box up front here. You can write out your prayer request and put it in the box, or you can just hold it in your mind, or you can mail it into Unity of Calgary or prayer@unityofcalgary.org. And if you really need some support right now, you can call Silent Unity at 1-800-NOW-PRAY any time of the day or night to receive some prayer support. But let's just take a quiet moment. And anyone you can think of that could use some support. I think of all the politicians out there and doctors and nurses. I want to put them all in the prayer box. All those struggling with health issues. We know that turning our concerns over to Spirit opens the way for abundant blessings to unfold. And now we also hold in prayer other Unity communities. In this month, we're holding Unity Hamilton and Unity Kitchener in our prayers. We see them having the love and support they need to continue cultivating the consciousness and bringing the message of unity across our country. And now let us affirm out loud our prayer of protection for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for all those that we just put into that prayer box. Please affirm with me out loud. The light that is God surrounds me. I am the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am the love. The power that is God protects me. I am the power. The presence that is God watches over me. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen. Well, Vivian and the Unity Band have had a pretty easy go of it so far this along here, but they get to sing our closing our last songs. So let's please welcome Vivian and the Unity Band to sing I Sing My Love. And you can all stand up and get the energy flowing.
I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. Dance your joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. Yeah, oh, I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I live my peace, oh I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. Here we go. Cause that's the way. I like it. That's the way. I like it. Sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. Dance it out now. Oh, I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. Yes, I do. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. Bring it on, right? Dance. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. Oh, I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. Here we go one more time. Oh, that's the way. I like it. That's the way. I like it. Woo!
Well, thank you, everyone. What a great service. True, thank you so much for your music and your talk. Thank all of you for bringing your beautiful presence here. Please stand up, and let's not hold hands. We'll just open up a great big circle, and we'll sing our closing song. And please go out there into the world and sing your love and dance your joy and live your peace. Vivian, take it away.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Woo-hoo. All right, thank you so much. Have a great week, everyone. There's snacks and coffee over here. Stick around and have a chat. And the movie at 2:30.
I guess we're doing Sing My Love. Oh, I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. Oh, I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. You know, and that's the way I